Hello, Aquarius. Welcome to your monthly reading for March. These are general readings, so they may not resonate with all of you. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it does resonate, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. It is greatly appreciated. At the end of the reading, I will pull a card from the Oracle of Fairies for you, so stick around for that. But let's get into it. What is going on with Aquarius in March, please and thank you. Okay, so this is you. This is what crosses you or your challenge for March. Your conscious energy. Your unconscious energy. Your past, your future, attitude towards a situation, energy that surrounds you and you may not be aware of, hopes and fears, and the possible outcome of the situation. Okay, quick overview before we get into the clarifications. For your energy for the month of March, Aquarius, you get the 10 of Cups, so that is a whole lot of domestic harmony, good family life, a lot of support around you. Which I don't know, it just feels like you've got a good connection with the people that you love and care about. But for what's crossing you or your challenge, you do get the 4 of Wands. I don't know if you're struggling to adapt to this life or struggling to really make this commitment to this family dynamic, to being a family man or woman, which is interesting, but we'll clarify. For your conscious energy, you do get the Tower card, and this deck it is called the Folly. I don't know if this is a fear of this happy family dynamic kind of crumbling, or if it is kind of crumbling on top of you because you're hesitant to fully commit to it, which is interesting. For your unconscious energy, you get the Fool. So I feel like there's a part of you that wants to... Your conscious energy is I want to commit to this, but I'm afraid it's going to crumble. And then unconsciously you're the reason it's going to crumble is because I low-key want to be free, to not be attached to other people, to have responsibilities and be tied down in a way, if that makes sense. But again, we'll clarify. For your past energy, you get the Ace of Pentacles. So it's kind of like a new beginning. This could have been a manifestation of a promotion at work or a new business venture, but kind of just a good energy of a new beginning, of feeling kind of revitalized, and ready to start something new. For your future energy, you get the Knight of Wands. That's some fire energy there as well. Actually, not as well, but that's kind of same energy as the Fool here, of wanting to go for things without any fear, without any kind of apprehension, wanting to not only think about your goals and dreams, but just start running towards them without any, anything, even though you're seeing the roadblocks that are in your way, still kind of pushing forward and, running over those roadblocks or whatever you think that may be stopping you. For your attitude towards a situation, you do get to the King of Pentacles. So it feels like your attitude is you're aware that you are kind of the provider, you're the kind of caretaker in the situation, especially with this family dynamic and your energy for March. You're wise and you're conscious of that, and you're trying to be very empathetic and kind towards the people in your life. For the energy that surrounds you and you may not be aware of, you do get to the 5 of Pentacles. So there's this energy around you of kind of a fear of abandonment, a fear of loss. This could also represent financial hardship as well. But we'll clarify and see what that's about. For the hopes and fears, you get the 2 of Swords. So making a decision about something, and in order to make that decision, you're having to take a really good look at yourself. As you can see within this card, they're having to look within a mirror to really figure out if this path that you're on is really the path that aligns with your higher self or your true self. For the possible outcome of the situation, you do get the Empress card. So this card is all about motherly energy, feminine energy, kind of being a caretaker. So I don't know if you're like deciding, yes, this is what I'm going to commit myself to. I'm going to take care of these people who have devoted their lives to me, devoted their time and energy into me. I don't know if you have children or if there's just people in your life that are kind of dependent on you, but I feel like you're taking on a little bit more of this caretaker energy. But let's get into the clarifications. Let's start off with the 10 of Cups for your energy for March, Aquarius. Okay. For the 10 of Cups, hey girl. For the 10 of Cups, you get the 8 of Wands, the Queen of Swords, the 6 of Cups. Okay. So, I don't know if this family situation kind of happened very quickly for you. But it does feel like, even though it may have happened very quickly, it feels like it was kind of meant to be. Like, with the 10 of Cups here and the 6 of Cups, like, this situation feels familiar. It feels like you're kind of your home, like it is your home, even though it's, because sometimes you can be at a place and it be your home, but it doesn't feel like your home, if you know what I mean. But you're like thinking logically and you're like, this does feel like home. These people are my people. Even though it may have happened a little quicker than you would have expected or maybe even hoped for, but I feel like inside you are at least thinking logically that these people do make you feel good and feel like they are meant to be in your life. Let's clarify the 4 of Wands for your challenge. Okay. For the 4 of Wands, you get the 10 of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, the 9 of Cups. Okay. So I don't know if you are struggling financially or if there's something within you that feels like you don't have enough, like you need to make a higher level of commitment to something in order to be able to provide for these people in your life that you care about so deeply to like the next level. Because I feel like I don't feel like you're financially unstable, but I think you want more for yourself and the people that you love and care about. And so you're trying to, and also I think maybe the path that you're on is not as emotionally fulfilling for you as you had once expected. And so you're trying to kind of embark on this new beginning that's a little bit more passionate, a little bit more exciting, that brings that emotional fulfillment for you, while also still providing that financial stability for you and your family. Let's clarify and like not even financial stability, but kind of like generational wealth, like you want to be wealthy. Let's clarify the Tower card for your conscious energy. Okay, for the Tower, you get the 5 of Pentacles, the Devil, the 2 of Cups. Interesting. Okay. So I don't know if it's just like an unhealthy spending habit that you have that may be kind of impacting your finances a little bit. It's kind of, there's this feeling of not having control over something. With the Devil card here, can represent addictions or just kind of like overindulging in certain areas of your life. There's also this fear again of abandonment that shows up in the energy that surrounds you and you may not be aware of, but I feel like you are kind of aware of it because it's in your conscious energy, which is interesting. And I feel like it definitely relates to the relationship that you have with somebody. I don't know if there's some codependency issues there, but it feels like you're afraid it's a little unstable right now because of something that has happened. And so I don't know I feel like you're a little afraid that things are going to crumble on top of you, that this relationship is going to not work out in some way because of some sort of unhealthy habit or overindulgence in some situation or area, or because of a lack of finances. Let's clarify the Fool for your unconscious energy here, Aquarius. Okay, for the Fool, you get the Three of Wands, the Five of Wands, the Death card. Okay. I feel like this is an internal struggle within you. I feel like this is you wanting to become a new version of yourself, to transform yourself into a new, better version of you, your highest version of yourself, and wanting to grow and expand your horizons and, try new things and, try new business ventures that are more exciting and passionate for you, but still also, again, have that opportunity to provide your family with that wealth and stability. But there's that internal conflict within you that's kind of preventing you from doing that. I don't know exactly what that is. But there's something kind of holding you back unconsciously from being able to grow and transform into the person that you truly want to be. This Five of Wands can also represent kind of a conflict possibly at work, fighting for a certain position, fighting for a promotion, a higher level of pay as well. But I see it as more of an internal conflict within you that you may not even kind of be aware of. Like you think you're on this journey to, improvement, to growth and transformation. But then there's like that little part of you that's just kind of holding you back that you can't like quite put your finger on. Let's clarify the Ace of Pentacles for your past energy here. Okay. For the Ace of Pentacles, you get the Ten of Swords, the Strength card, the Fool. Okay. So in the past, I don't know if this ending, there was some sort of ending that happened, I feel like possibly in regards to your work that was totally outside of your control. Maybe you got laid off. But that kind of sparked a new desire, that I feel like that ambition that you're kind of trying to follow now. I've like you realizing I didn't really want to do that anyways, so whatever, but it still kind of hurt you. But it also kind of gave you this freedom to be able to explore other options. At the same time, it did also, again, you had to deal with like the pain of being let go or that loss if it wasn't related to a job. Having to show yourself, and not only yourself, but whoever possibly you're connected to, compassion, empathy, and again, having to tame those darker parts of ourselves that we kind of shy away from. I feel like that it may have brought out a lot of feelings for you that you had been avoiding for a while. But it also, again, at the same time, once you were able to overcome that, gave you a feeling of freedom, of vitality, of kind of fearlessness, of, okay, like, what's my next move? Because I have the opportunity to explore a lot of new situations that I wouldn't have been able to if I was still in this situation. Let's clarify the Knight of Wands here for your future energy, Aquarius. Okay. For the Knight of Wands, you get the Nine of Pentacles, the Five of Cups, the Nine of Swords. That's interesting. Huh. It's interesting because on the surface, it seems like you are like fearless, you're like ambitious, you're ready to go, and you know like financial stability is your goal, you want success. But underneath that all, you're really scared. You've got a lot of anxiety about not being able to reach that goal. And you not only anxiety and fear, there's some pain as well. There's some grief, there's some loss that you're still dealing with. But again, on the surface, what you're showing everybody else, it's like you're A-okay and you are kind of, you're like putting on this strong personality that like people are like, oh wow, this person's doing great. But then like you kind of go to sleep at night and you're like I don't feel great at all. Which is interesting. I feel like you're placing a lot of focus and importance on being able to have financial stability, and then when you don't, not only financial stability, but like wealth. And when you don't reach that, it kind of causes a feeling of like loss and anxiety and like grief for you almost. But let's clarify this King of Pentacles for your attitude towards the situation. Okay. For the King of Pentacles, you get the Knight of Pentacles, the Ten of Wands, the Six of Swords, yeah. So, again, you want to be this provider, and you're trying to take a very slow, steady, tactful approach towards something, being responsible. But it's like a heavy burden on you at the same time. And it's such a heavy burden, and it feels like you are kind of almost on the verge of a burnout, that it makes you want to disconnect from the situation entirely, at least mentally detach from it, which is interesting. It's kind of like this is what you need to do, and this is what you want to do, but it causes so much stress for you that you're like, once you reach a certain level of that stress, and you kind of can't like fake it anymore, I feel like you can't put on this persona anymore, then you like detach from it entirely, if that makes sense. Let's clarify this Five of Pentacles for the energy that surrounds you and you may not be aware of. Okay. For the Five of Pentacles, you get the Eight of Cups, the Ten of Cups, the Tower. It's interesting. The Ten of Cups and the Tower showed up earlier as well with the Five of Pentacles. So, energy that surrounds you, I feel like there's still that fear of, I don't know if you're like emotionally disconnecting from this Ten of Cups energy because you have that fear that it's going to crumble, because you have that fear of abandonment, that like you're almost like you're not good enough for them. And so it almost feels like you are emotionally detaching from them because you fear that they are going to detach from you, or like you're not good enough for them for some reason. Let's clarify the Two of Swords for your hopes and fears here, Aquarius. I gotta say this now, because like here it's like you're mentally detaching and then you're emotionally detaching, so it's like a slow and steady, like slowly becoming more and more detached from like everything around you, because it's like a feeling of you protecting yourself, if that makes sense. Okay, anyways, let's clarify the Two of Swords for your hopes and fears here, Aquarius. Okay. For the Two of Swords, you get the Seven of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, the Two of Wands. Okay. So I feel like you are taking your hope is that you are able to like look within and figure out what it is that you want and what you want to invest your time and energy into, and continue investing your time and energy into that. At the same time, there are some changes that you need to make, and I feel like you're afraid of those changes. Afraid of kind of, although you want to become this better version of yourself, you're a little afraid of leaving that old version of yourself behind. So you're planning on making these changes, but kind of afraid of making them at the same time. Let's clarify the Empress card for the possible outcome. For the Empress card, you get the Eight of Swords, the Ace of Cups, the King of Swords. It's like you're taking on this caretaker energy of, being warm, empathetic, and kind of, almost motherly. I mean, definitely motherly, because Empress card is the mother card in the tarot deck. And you've got a lot of love for these people in your life, your friends, your family. But I don't know, it seems like you can't seem to get out of your own head in regards to them. It feels like you're constantly analyzing and overthinking your relationship with them. And I feel like, again, there's a feeling of being trapped, but it's being trapped within your own mind of overthinking your relationship with the people in your life, which is interesting. Let's get a card. Let's get a card from the Oracle of Fairies for you, Aquarius. What do the fairies need Aquarius to know for March, please, and thank you. Friendship. Fairies and humans alike need friends. Now is the time to seek out those who will support and encourage you on your journey to fulfill your dreams. I'm going to read a little bit from here for you. We all need someone we can trust to share our private thoughts with. This card tells you to reach out to old or new friends, to gather your friends around you, for there's power in numbers. Friends can offer advice that can give us hope and another point of view. Fairies, too, gather in groups to support each other, and there's great wisdom and comfort in doing this. Like-minded and like-hearted fairies are like fairy dust shining in our darkest and lightest hours and are always there for each other, no matter what time of day or night it is. True friends celebrate our successes and our joy, for they're truly happy when we're happy. This card is also asking if you are being a good friend or have you neglected your friendships. Perhaps an old colleague or school friend needs you to reach out. Close your eyes and see who pops into your mind. Then get in touch with them. Perhaps give them a call or send an email just to say hi and check they're doing okay. Friendships can last a lifetime and should be treasured. Interesting. It can also be time to make new friends, to join a class, to learn a new skill, or go for a walk at a popular park or attraction. By getting out and exploring, you're much more likely to meet others with similar interests than if you stay at home. You never know, you could make an FFF, fairy friend forever. Well, that is all I have for you for March, Aquarius. I really hope this helped, and have a wonderful rest of your day.